What is up, y'all? It's your girl Keely, aka Kiwi. Long time no see. I'm so sorry it's been a minute. I was having hella audio issues. I still am kind of working on it, so if you have any pointers, let me know. But I got a second monitor going here, my interface and everything's working properly. So I really hope that this is successful and I don't run into any more audio issues. But we're upgrading as we go. So for all of you that stuck around, I appreciate you so much. This reaction here, some of y'all might think it's random, but I was on a BAND-MAID kick and I did listen to some of the warning over on the Street Champs channel. We do live Monday reviews every Monday. I always share them on my page, so go hop in there every now and then. But that's where I kind of first heard of the warning, so I don't really know that much about them other than that they are they're Mexican and they are all sisters. So, and apparently I must have a thing for bass players because I also was I was loving them all, but I was really attracted to drawn to, I should say, the bass player in the warning, which I think she might be the younger one, but I don't know. I am kind of just going based off of what I remember when we watched the live on the Street Champs channel. So thank y'all so much for being here and sticking with me. This one is going to be called Show Them. I was really excited when this came out. Someone in the comments, I don't even know, so long ago, they posted you should do a reaction with BAND-MAID, and I was like, no way. And that was before I hadn't heard of the warning. Now that I have heard of the warning, I'm even more excited. These are two amazing, powerful girl metal, whatever rock group you want to consider it, and one. So this is going to be hella girl power. It's been a minute since I've reacted to BAND-MAID too, so I think this is killing what is it, two birds with one stone or whatever they say. This one is the official music video. This came out actually not too long ago. I'm still kind of getting used to the new monitor. But this came out, 2 million views 9 months ago. That's pretty freaking awesome. So I'm really excited for this. This for the Maniacs, or Maniacs, my bad. It kind of sounded like I emphasized the end there. And then, of course, let me know if the warning, what their fandom name's called, because I would love to dive more into them. I was really digging them on the live, like I said, so I'm super excited to see this amazing girl power. Not too sure what to expect other than that they're going to be rocking their asses off. So let's get straight into this. If y'all haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Like I said, if y'all stuck around this long, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be doing a lot more solo stuff, so comment below anything else you want me to do solo. I have a list going on my notes from when I was really into it, so I'm trying to lock in really hard this time and put hella solo stuff out as far as my reactions. So go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. I super appreciate every single one of you guys for being here and spending this time for me. But let's just get straight to it. This is BAND-MAID with the warning, Show Them. Oh, we're just starting like that? Okay, I'm sorry, I have to pause it because I'm already obsessed with this. Super catchy. Not only are they showing off girl power, but they're giving us a girl anthem right now, and I love that. I mean, not even necessarily, I guess, a girl anthem. It could be applied to anyone, but just because they're two amazing girl powerhouse rock bands, I just kind of put it in that lane. But the Show Them, I love it. The way we started off the video too, right off the bat, she's like freaking wailing, like hitting a high note, like all right, girl, let me just stand back and let you do your thing. And they all look so good. That was the main reason I wanted to pause this, because I was like, I know this video good quality, they got the subtitles, all that going, but like all of them look so good. And I'm gonna forget their names. I was really trying hard to remember their names, and now that I have not reacted to BAND-MAID in a while, I'm so sorry, Maniacs. I kind of forgot who is who, but I love freaking the purple hair. Such a vibe. Now obviously y'all could see I got my hair green. Had to, definitely feeling my inner kiwi vibes for my birthday month, I should say. So let's get back into this, because I'm already obsessed with it and I want to see what more they're gonna give us.
I'm done with playing nice games that try to change me. Better bet I am the one who throws the dice.
Ayy.
Win or lose, it's all on me. I get to choose my victory. It's my life, I hold that kiss. No more waiting, stand up, take it. Right now, go. Going against the plan, show the world you can always shine brighter. When you take a stand and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here, gonna show them all now.
Oh yes. Oh my god, yes.
Going against the plan, show the world you can always shine brighter. When you take a stand and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here, scream out what you want. There's no point in hiding to fake it. You know who you are, let them know that they'll have to take it. I'm here, go show them all now.
I love the eye contact. No, I need more. I need way more from them. That was a great collab. Holy shit. That I don't even know where to start with that. For starters, love the bass players, definitely. I think that's like, I don't know, I can't help it. I'm just drawn to them. I thought they were gonna go back and forth for a second, which they almost did. They did the same thing with the drummers and the guitarists. Like, they literally complemented each other so awesome. They had such charisma and chemistry with each other, especially with, you know, the main singers. I think with the Warning, from what I've seen, they all kind of sing a little bit more, and, you know, BAND-MAID too, but, you know, they have a little more set positions in BAND-MAID, while the Warning, maybe it's just because they're sisters too, you know, they like sharing the limelight a little bit, you know, the spotlight. So I love that the main singers, you know, were kind of like making a lot of eye contact. They had a lot of chemistry. They really wanted to let us know, like, they're on that level. They're on that level right now where they don't care what others are thinking around them. They're like, we're gonna show them. I mean, I've always said it with BAND-MAID, but I love that they're just so uplifting, you know, because, you know, you hear rock girl group, you might not automatically assume this is probably what they're going to be singing about. And I freaking love how empowering and uplifting they are, not just for us women, but for everyone all over the world. That's just such an empowering message to always put across in your stories, especially being a rock group, you know. So that's just, I love that they still stuck to their sound, and they even brought the Warning in with them, and they both really made it just pop off. And their outfits, obviously BAND-MAID killing it with their usual outfits, but I'm loving the Warning outfits too. Like I said, I'd be loving the bass player, but that drummer's top, super cute. They complement each other so well. They hit such amazing high notes, and the fact that they, with that many people in, I mean, you know, let alone having two separate groups, but coming together, still giving everyone enough, you know, time to shine in the video and, you know, hit their positions, you know, with their instruments. I just love it. I love, you know, their little chemistry there, even them with them goofing off and laughing. I would love to see like behind the scenes of the making of this video, because it seems like they had a lot of fun with it and they really wanted to make sure their chemistry came across of them, you know, just kicking ass, you know, like the lyrics here, like this part when they're like, I'm here, energy here is just top notch. I am kind of in love with it. This is probably going up as far as one of my favorite BAND-MAID songs. The Warning I haven't heard too much, but this is definitely going up there too, because obviously I love them together. But definitely going to be a playlist ad. You know, that's always my, you know, one of my things I like saying is this something I'm going to listen to again? Is this something I'm going to add to my Spotify? 100%. Especially this song, because of how I just feel like that's kind of the energy, not like the energy. Well, yeah, it is kind of the energy I've been on. I just, you know, don't let people doubt you. Don't let other people, you know, get in your head, because this, you know, even yourself, you know, let alone other people and yourself, you know, you always get in your head and let people who at the end of the day could care less, could have one less thought in their mind about you, you know, you're gonna let them like cloud your judgment. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with words. This is, you know, sorry, this is like my first solo in a minute, so if I seem like I'm stumbling a lot on my words, it's because I am, okay? I haven't done this in a minute. I'm used to being with the guys, having them, you know, be able to give their remarks and then I put my little input in, but this is just me. This is just solo me. And so I super respect everyone here for being here watching me, so I apologize if I'm stumbling on my words, but you know, I'm just saying, you know, don't let people cloud your judgment, especially yourself. And so that's why I love this song, because it's just letting them know, like, we are going to show you guys what we are made of. We, you know, like they said, we are going to fly higher. And that's kind of what I'm trying to be on. That's why I started these solo reactions again. Granted, yeah, I was having audio issues and it was my birthday. I was having a great time, but I really was just like, you know what? I want to start doing things for myself that I love more and not focus. Because, you know, I'm a giver in this world, and I've just learned to accept that I'm a giver in this world. But I still believe that if you're a giver in this world, you still need to give to yourself. And I feel like finding those things you love doing, whether it be like something like this, you know, doing reactions, posting on YouTube, or, you know, you just simply watching a show, you doing a little craft, you going on a walk. There's so many different ways and hobbies, you know, that you could have that are just little pieces of love to yourself. And so that's kind of why I love this song, because it kind of is, I mean, I keep wanting to say the word show, but that's literally because that's the name of the title. They are literally showing us what they are made of. And, you know, to whether they're saying it to the ops out there, or even just to their, you know, darker self, who's always, you know, we all have that darker side of ourselves, which we love them, but we need to know when they should not be making the, you know, they should not be the ones controlling everything. Basically, you need to not feed into your negative side self as much. And that's why, you know, this is so empowering and impactful for this era right now, this generation. We, you know, we really need to, you know, self-care is important, but there's so many different ways of self-care. I feel like when people think of self-care, it's just like such the basic, you know, do a face mask, take a bath, you know, go on a walk. But in reality, we don't realize self-care is just talking to ourselves nicer, listening to some more positive music that might put your mindset in a little better of a place, you know, waking up in the morning and just saying something nice to yourself. And I know it's hard. That's one of the hardest things. I know we all wake up in the morning and we instantly are just like, I want to go back to bed, or I wish I didn't have to wake up. Oh, I'm just going to keep hitting snooze. You know, it's such an easy thing to fall into that negative cycle. And that's why I feel like having empowering songs like this are like, this is a song that I want to listen to on the way to work, because this is going to put me in that mode, not just like show them, but show myself, you know, be on that beast mode, bad bitch mode energy, and just, you know, who cares what the world thinks? Who cares what that person who you were, you know, you did something really embarrassing in front of, and now you're gonna, you know, think of it the rest of the day. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, you need to do things that you love and show more love to yourself. That is self-care, you know? And if that includes, you know, you being nicer to yourself, I've been trying to get a lot better at just like pausing, you know, before I get angry, before I have a moment of, you know, irritation, and, you know, maybe say something that I shouldn't have said. I always try and pause more and just take a step back and, you know, really, really think, you know, I always think of that one photo where it's that cartoon, and there's a guy in a bus, and one side he's like looking at the, you know, negative side of life, you know, like, oh, I'm alive again type deal, and he's looking at the black and white dark side, and then the guy on the other side who's living life in colorful with the smile on his face, he's like, oh, I'm alive again. And I know it's such like a silly, simple concept, but it's really something we need to like put into our brains, because it's so easy, especially society with everything that's going on in the world. It's so easy for us to focus on the negative and just sit there and just sulk in it. And I feel like we really need to focus more on the positive and think of life like I'm alive again, you know. And so that's why I need to take those moments to pause, because I need to remind myself like, bro, tomorrow this situation is not even gonna matter. Tomorrow, you know, even in a couple minutes, I'm gonna hit that moment of clarity and be like, girl, why were you tripping like that? And, you know, don't get me wrong. If you need to cry, if you need to let it out, take a moment to yourself. But, you know, take that moment to yourself. Don't just like let it out. Because that's my thing, is sometimes I let things out and then I hurt people's feelings, and I realize I shouldn't have done that, because you know, I was letting my emotions take control. And sometimes, yeah, that's okay. But when certain moments like that, you know, you need to focus more on your judgment and take that pause and really think of, you know, why your emotions were triggered like that before you just go ahead and release more emotions on someone else. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I just feel like songs like this is something we really need more of in today's, you know, age, especially coming from two amazing rock groups that are all women. That is so empowering, so encouraging, and I really feel like more people, like 2 million views is a lot, but it deserves so much more, because not only is BAND-MAID like next level, but from what I've heard of The Warning, I've been really liking him too, and I feel like this is the type of music we need some of, you know, these younger generations listening to. We need them to, you know, see some positive music as well, because you could still listen to some hardcore rock and have that positive message come through. So I just feel like I'm definitely going to be listening to this, because I'm showing them, all these people that have doubts, all these people who, you know, growing up, I used to care so much what people think, and I would give more than I would, you know, give back to myself. This song is the type of song that really puts me on that, like, nah, like, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna let these people know, like, I'm doing this the way I want to do it, and they can sit here and, you know, join me, they could sit here and judge me. I don't care, because I'm in my own lane and I'm doing it, and I'm showing them the damn thing. And I just love that so much. So enough rambling there. You know, great charisma, great chemistry. They really complement each other so well. If there's more collabs of like these two, let me know some of the Warning stuff you want me to dive into. You know, I still have a list kind of going with BAND-MAID. I'm gonna try to get a little bit better at this, and, you know, be a little more consistent with certain groups that I drop and all that. But I can't help, I get excited about certain things. But this one was a long awaited reaction, because this I didn't listen to the song, but when I was setting up to react to the song and realized my audio was completely not working, this was the song I was trying to react to. So I feel like it was maybe a sign that I was supposed to hear this song now, because this is the energy I want to be on, and this is kind of what I want to tap into and just focus more on me and do more shit that I love, you know, really just be the best version of yourself, no matter, you know, what you know, in everyone's life that might be, you know. So definitely do what BAND-MAID in The Warning told us to do, and go show them motherfuckers wrong. Go show yourself wrong. Go prove yourself right. Did I say that right? Go prove yourself wrong. Y'all, I gotta go. I'm getting too tongue-tied right now. But thank y'all so much for being here and showing up. Please like and subscribe. It's something so little, but it really means a lot to me. You know, we're almost at 5K, and the fact that I have so many of y'all watching me, it's just so surreal sometimes. Like the fact that, you know, even on the Monday live shows when y'all tune in and you're like, hey, you know, I'm like, I love that, like, I know these people. Like, we don't actually know, like, we don't physically see each other, I guess, person, but the fact that I feel like I have more love for y'all and y'all have more love for me than certain people in my life who I've known longer, who might be related to me. Who knows? Like, I love that, and that's kind of, what I really want to grow this channel, and I really want to grow with you guys. So thank you guys so much for always being here. Remember, do not worry about the things you can't control, and I'll catch you guys next reaction.